We back for another one, man. Got It Out the Mud podcast, episode 3. And this is a real special one here, man. I got some guys, man, that started out the mud really with me, man. When we was in the mud together, man. But before I bring them on, I just want to talk about something that been like in my spirit for this past week, man. I want to talk about friendship. I don't think we understand what friendship is. I know everybody have their own opinions on friendship, but I'm gonna give you mine. A person can't become a friend to you if they haven't went through some type of mud situation with you. That's just my opinion. I can't label a person a friend if they haven't been through the trenches with me at least a little bit. You understand? I think the word friendship comes with experience with a person. The two people or whoever's involved have to have went through certain situations in life, if I may say. Like, I hear a lot of people throw around this word friendship, and it's pertaining to people that haven't really been around them for enough time. And then situations happen to where their friendship basically takes a fall. And I feel like the reason this happens is because people are anointing people too early. There's a difference between associates and friends. You understand? I have a lot of associates, but I only have few friends. And I feel like in life, my mama always taught me, in life, you'll have probably a lot of associates. And that's neither here nor there. But people you can call a friend, you can probably count them on your hand. And they're probably less than the 5 fingers on your hand. Understand that. And I just wanted to, point that out to you guys, just to get you thinking on friendship. Evaluate your friends this year in 2023. Evaluate who you call a friend in 2023. Because guess what? If you're trying to elevate, you're trying to become great, guess what? You need great friends around you. And that's all I got to say about that, man. But moving on, man. I got 2 great guys, man, that I have on here today coming to chop it up with their boy. And these guys are like brothers, man. Y'all seen my brother on the first podcast. That was my blood brother. And I feel the same way about these 2 guys here, man. These guys are like my blood. You understand? These are 2 guys that I elected to be my actual friends. We just talked about the word friend. These 2 guys, I know they'll go to the bat for me at any time, and vice versa. You understand? So, without further ado, I want to bring my first guy up. This is my guy, my boy. I'm gonna give y'all his government first. Renaldo Valdez II. This is one of my great friends, man. I consider him one of my great friends. We haven't known each other for 20 and 30 years, but guess what? It seems like I've known him for my whole life. Come holler at me, Jason. This is my brother, Renaldo Valdez II. He called his nickname is Jay, man. And like I said, this guy is one of my top guys. I'm gonna tell y'all that first. I'm gonna introduce my other guy first before I tell y'all a little bit about what's going on. Now this guy here, man, I call this guy Mr. Excitement. This guy gets it popping everywhere we go, and everything we do, And guess what? I've never had a dull day with this guy, man. You understand? This is my guy, Juston Walters, better known as JTT.
JT, what? T?
The trainer.
Let's go, baby. Oh, my God. Jay, what up, baby? All right. Little water. Yeah.
And I just want to start off telling y'all boys, man, I love y'all, man. I love these boys, man, like brothers. And I know they feel the same about me, man.
Absolutely.
So we're going to start here first with my guy, JTT. We're going to have him pop it off first. And bro, I just want, you know, a lot of people don't get to see us in the community. They don't know, like, most people, a lot of people know us, but a lot of people don't know us and know about what we do and what we're doing in this community. You understand? So I just want you to introduce yourself to the people and just tell them about you, man.
Hey, man, Juston Walters, man, a.k.a. JTT, Juston the Trainer, man. First of all, let me give shout out to my bro, shout out to the podcast, shout out to everything you do in the community, man, inspiring people. But look, man, hey, come from South Carolina, shout out to USC, University of South Carolina, shout out to everybody in the metro area, shout out to the Horry County down there in the deep south where I'm from too. North South Carolina, Conway, Myrtle Beach, shout out to everybody there. Listen, man, we really got, we really still in the mud, to be honest with you, but the mud a little different though. Ain't that mud when you're driving, you're stuck in the mud. Right. It's that mud when you got a little bit on your shoes, just a little bit. Right, so we came up a little bit, but man, honored to be here, man. And like you said, man, we give back to the community. This is what we do. And hopefully I can go back to my career. I know a lot of folks tuning in, so hopefully I can go back to South Carolina and do the same thing, get back to the community, man. It's what we love to do. It keeps us going every day. It's therapeutic to us, and that's what type of time JTT on.
There it is, man. Listen, like I told y'all, that's Mr. Excitement. And yeah, we finna get loose now, listen. We finna get these boys a cup. Cause I told them, man, listen, we gonna keep it real on here, you feel me? We gonna get down and dirty, you know what I mean? We gonna get down and dirty with the questions. And we gonna and before we finish, we gonna give like 5 minutes to answer y'all questions. You understand? So y'all get y'all questions ready for these guys and for me. Anything y'all want to know, anything y'all want us to answer about what we talking about, y'all, you know, y'all just get that together. But Jay, tell them about you, bro.
All right, so man, Javon Phillip, man, that's my name. I know I'm a background guy, right? So born in the United States Virgin Islands, St. Thomas to be exact. Childhood split up between St. Thomas, South Florida, Georgia, North Carolina. So, you know, I got friends and family all over the place. But ran into this guy, man, what 8 years ago?
8 years ago.
About 8 years ago, man. And when you talk to somebody who, Carvel Arms, Habitat, right across the turnpike from each other growing up, went to the same elementary school.
Right.
Found out, went to the same middle school, you know, had someone who had the same drive, vision as me.
Right.
When we first met, he said he had a dream, man. His dream was to open up a gym. I don't know, sometimes when you first meet somebody, you know it's genuine. And from that, man, I've been riding with him ever since. Most people know, well, if you know me, you know that I'm not even a camera guy. I'll play the background no matter what, but when my dog called me and said he wanted me on the podcast, it is what it is. So here I am. Again, man, I'm an educator, high school educator, man. So I'm around the kids all day. I mentor them, watching them grow. You'll be surprised, man. You hear a lot of bad going on in the community, but there's a lot of good things going on with these youth, man. So that's kind of like my ties to the community, man. Just educating the youth.
For sure. All right. JTT.
Yes, sir.
Got a question for you. Okay, as we all know, and for all people who don't know, Juston is a personal trainer, and he trains a lot of people in the community, man. I just want you to speak on your start and where you at now in your personal training journey and just in the community.
All right. Cheers. Should have got some water, but that's my dog, like you said, so I'm gonna have one with him. Hey, shout out to the previous cast, previous guys that's been on the podcast. Roland, Kemp, them guys. I've been knowing them guys since high school. So I want to give a shout out to them guys.
Shout out to Rose, shout out to Kemp, shout out to Bert, shout out to Meat Harris.
Absolutely.
Shout out to you guys, man. I always want to give them their flowers. I've been training for 12 years, guy. 12 years right after my football career. I actually moved to Atlanta on a modeling. I always been into theater.
Right.
Been modeling, theater, music, the whole nine. So that's what kind of, when you see that energy in the gym, it comes from that background. That's my background. Although I was an All-American, all-region type football player, basketball player, all that just comes to my training. It comes together. So when you see me train, that's what it is. I got a major injury, which I won't talk about, in my leg. That kind of ended a little bit everything. So I tapped more into my music career and more into my athletics and stuff like that. And then when I was doing my rehab, my therapist was like, man, you need to tap back into this training thing, man. You know, your rehab was supposed to be 8 months. You did it in 2 months. So I'm like, you know what? How do I go about getting clients? He was like, well, I got two. I got two that you can work with. Give me a break. Man, I rehabbed on people in like 4 months, which they both had 8 months to recover. From there, it got a little niche. It started biting. I was independent. My first thing, and here's a couple gems. My first thing, I used to go to the parks. You have my little business cards. If I see you struggling, well, you couldn't be struggling. I'm just passing up my cards, whatever. Right then and there, I established my business right there in the park, Stone Mountain. Every local metro area, from the east side to the west side. I'm everywhere. So I started off traveling. And if you're up and coming trying to get into it, that's a good way, especially if you don't have a gym home. Get out there in the community, man. Pass your cards or pass out your IG and stuff like that. Put your stuff out there. So I started out that way back in 2010. And mind you, I'm back and forth. I'm still on the road, so I'm back and forth Cali training, back and forth South Carolina here. Man, it took me no time to build some clientele. Once that happened, I never worked a day again. Although I have a degree in teaching and education, I dib and dab a little bit, but for the most, I never worked a full-time job since, dog. It's been 12 years, and I've been on this fitness journey.
Man, listen, I don't think y'all heard what he said. He hasn't been back to work a 9 to 5 in 12 years. So that took a lot of grind, a lot of oomph, a lot of days, a lot of negative days to get to the positive days. But guess what? He stuck the course. So guess what? He got it out the mud, man.
Got it out.
You understand? He had to get it out the mud. I'm pretty sure you ain't have no startup money. You ain't have you ain't have no nothing. But you just was crazy enough to know that I can make a living out of doing this.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I think probably football, you being a football player got you to that point.
Yeah. I would say it's a combination of everything, man. Just my life journey, bro. Like I said, from the theater, because you can get to that point, but you got to know what to do once you get there. So, me being, some people say clowning, some people say having a good time, but that's just me, bro. I like to bring the best out of people. So, football more to work at the grind.
Right.
Music, theater, that also created the characters and stuff like that. And then you put it all together. One thing you did say, you got to be crazy, and I say courageous and stuff like that, because you got to bet on yourself.
Right.
And in order to bet on yourself, you can't be simple-minded. You got to get that mentality. So I bet on myself, and I took a lot of L's,
Right.
Whole lot of L's.
Y'all hear that? He took a lot of L's, man.
I took about 10 L's to get one W.
Right.
But that one W is worth it. It's worth the sacrifice.
But can I say, man, one thing I admire about y'all too, man, is that it takes a lot of courage to jump out there like that. You know, to jump out into the unknown.
Right.
A lot of people don't take that risk. But with high risk come great rewards. You know, like you said, man.
Appreciate that.
It's been 12 years since you clocked in.
Right.
That's a blessing.
And not saying don't get me wrong. I'm not saying clocking in is wrong.
I clock in every day.
Nothing wrong with it.
My thing is, make sure you doing what you want to do. When it comes to the point where you should be trying to getting to doing what you actually want to do. Whether it's on a 9 to 5, working for somebody else, whether it's being an entrepreneur, you have to get to that comfort zone. You understand? Because you shouldn't want to live the rest of your life out of comfort. You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. We're not put here to do that. You understand? We're put here to live in comfortability, if that's a word.
That is a word. But can I give you your flower though? Because speaking of that, I remember, like Jay said, 6-7 years ago, even past him, but I remember you working, and I remember you making the call, bro, I'm about to leave.
Right.
And I was like, okay.
Right.
And literally 2-3 days later, man, like I got the spot. I'm like, what?
Right.
So this man, it happened so sporadic, but
right.
speaking of what you're saying, you gotta have that mentality. You gotta think like that. So I'm gonna give you your flowers for even stepping out on faith and bringing your friends that you know past training, bringing us along too, man. So we appreciate that.
I'm gonna let Jay. This is what I'm gonna ask you, Jay. Okay. You already let the people know that you're an educator, and guess what? I know personally that you're a great educator, and that them people need you. Those kids need you. You know what I'm saying? I've watched you in that space, and these kids love you. And I just want to ask you, what drives you to be the educator that you are?
I mean, just like what you said, man. Those kids, they look like, the more time you spend with them, you realize they look up to you.
Right.
And a lot of them are in some situations where you're probably the most positive person they see every day.
Wow.
So for me, you know, I just feel I just can't drop that ball. So for me, man, even being in that building, it's past education, it's past learning what they want you to learn. It's, man, how can I help you prepare for life after this?
Right.
You know, so that's my motivation right there. Just make sure, man, that if I could affect one life per year, man, I'm doing my job.
Oh man, did y'all hear that, man? Keep going.
You know what I'm saying? But fortunately, you know, I get to affect almost 1,500 kids' lives per day.
Yeah.
They're in the building.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I got to be that role model for them. I got to make sure that they're not going down the wrong path or making the same mistakes I made at their age. You know, so I take that very seriously, being a mentor, sometimes father figure.
Yep.
Right.
You know, even with coaching, you know, I coached the volleyball team.
Right.
That was probably one of the hardest things I ever did, being around all those teenage girls.
Right.
But man, they taught me so much.
Wow.
They taught me so much about just being that person to turn to, that protector, that provider. You know, I tell you, I took all that seriously. So that's my motivation when inside that building, just knowing that you have young lives looking at you and you could affect their lives at any time.
Right. And to piggyback off that, you saying you coach women's volleyball, girls volleyball.
Yeah.
And what that made me just think about a lot of women not having that father figure in their lives coming up. I've talked to a lot of women just in general, just from training, just from, you know, just being around women daily. And a lot of them, the conversation is they didn't have that, a lot of them didn't have that father figure. You know what I mean? Not just saying father in the home, but this guy was a volleyball coach for a women's girls team. You understand? Like that's a different scenario where a male is coaching women. You know what I'm saying? And he was successful at it.
At the high school level.
At the high school level, where, you know, most like girls at that age, they don't want to listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Especially in our community, they don't want to hear what you got to say about nothing.
Yeah.
But for them to humble down and to listen to this guy, it shows you how special this guy is. You know what I mean? And everybody can't do it. I've been a teacher. I've been a physical education teacher. I've been an ISS teacher. I've seen this year in and year out, where these kids, most of the time, they're not even listening. You understand? They just come just to come, just because somebody said they had to come. But for them to be around these type of people and to learn something and to see these guys as a father, see him as a father figure, that means a lot. That says a lot about this guy. I'm gonna give you more of a background on these guys, okay, with me, with our journey. Okay, like Coach said, I came to him. I came to him and said, hey, listen, I'm gonna start a gym. I was at MLK, shout out to Martin Luther King High School.
Shout out MLK.
MLK, yes,
All of us got ties with MLK. And I was at MLK one day just thinking like, I gotta do more than this. You understand? This is cool. I love teaching the kids and being around the kids, but I wanted to be around just people in general on my time. You know what I mean? No knock to people that are clocking in to different jobs. This is just me. I'm giving you my personal experience with it. I'm the type of person I feel like I can't be confined. So I wanted to do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I told these guys my dream of what I want to do. And these guys embraced my dream like it was their dream. You understand? If it wasn't for these two guys, it would be no Butler's Extreme Training. You know what I mean? Like, to keep it real with you, these guys have sacrificed for me in so many ways to get this thing up and running. You know what I mean?
Talk. What?
And,
Talk.
and guess what?
Talk.
We still going, man.
Still going.
You know what I mean?
But I don't think they understand how quick the
Still
turnaround.
going. Oh,
Man.
This man told us what? It had to be early March.
Right.
It had to be early March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got the spot. This is what I want to do. That. Early March.
Right.
When was the grand opening?
April 1st.
April 1st.
Right.
Quick turnaround.
And what's the crazy thing about it, bro? I've never done nothing like that.
Like
That was my first.
Opening,
That was my first leap.
Yeah.
Like a telling you in March, grand opening April.
Yeah.
Because it was a point where I was like, everything I do, I procrastinate. So I was beating myself up about that. When I was riding by here, putting a little money aside, saying, listen, I'm finna call this number and I'm gonna make it happen here. Bro, I kept riding by. I told y'all this before, I kept riding by and I'm like, what keeps taking me over here? Like, why every day I keep driving this way?
Right.
It gotta be something. So it was like, man, let me just go do it. I put my football mode on. My mama always told me, the only time you just go with no answers, with no excuses, with no anything, is when you play football. She said, I see you running around like a cheetah. But she said, you're backpedaling in all other phases of your life. And all I can think about is what she said. You know what I mean? Like, mama said, the only time you go hard at something is when you playing football. So I wanted to prove to myself,
Wow.
not prove to mama, I want to prove to myself that I can go do something else
Put that energy somewhere
and
else.
put that energy, ultimate energy towards it. That's why, like, when we put up the extreme energy sign,
Yeah.
that was all divine. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everything was coming stacked. Ducks were stacked in a row, and that was because we had the passion behind it. You feel what I'm saying? And I just want to share that with y'all. But
Shout out to mama. Rest in peace, mama. That's
Right.
good. And for this to be your first establishment, 6 years in the game.
6 years in the game.
Most people that open their first, they fall first year, second year. So that's flowers to you, my guy. Flowers.
Right. They say once you get past the 5 year in any relationship, any business, anything of that sort, you ready to sail.
Yeah.
Now it's time to live. You feel what I'm saying? and we done got past that 5 year, bro. We in the 6th year, and you know, I know y'all guys full of ideas. I know I'm full of ideas, and like we've been doing, we're gonna put them together, and we're gonna elevate this thing.
Mhm.
But that's enough about that. Okay, back to you, Cole. You're the, I just labeled you Mr. Excitement.
Well,
Give y'all a little background on this guy, man. I've known this guy probably 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't even know that. We started off coaching in what we call like some NFL camps called offense defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I first met Coach. And ever since I met him, people that know me from back home, they know I like the, you know, I like people that like to go. I like excitement. And this guy was a ball of excitement. And guess what? It was never a bad day in these camps. He always, even when we felt down, he was always upbeat. I'm like, man, this guy always on go. He's always on tilt. And I was like, I always pay attention to detail. I'm a Virgo. Just as my boy is a Virgo, we pay attention to detail. The detail about this guy was he was always on go. Every day he wake up, he made the most out of the day. And I'm watching this. I might be in a little depression mode, what I'm hiding from people, but this guy is always on go. So guess what? I want to know what makes you go like that every day, bro. Every day since I've known him,
Damn.
this has been 15 years, I've never seen him down.
That's a good question, man. That's a great question, man. Light switch effect. I learned a long time ago from my grandma, dog. Like, no matter your mood, you gotta have that light switch effect.
Mm-hmm.
Cut it on when you gotta cut it on, cut it off when you gotta cut it on. So when I walk in the room, whatever emotions I'm going through, you know what I'm saying, it goes away because I'm cutting that light switch on. I'm gonna adapt to the situation.
Wow.
When I go back,
How can you do that?
how can I do that? Man, it takes discipline, bro. That's just a lot of discipline, man. And I know myself, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I know myself.
Oh, that's key right
I
there.
know myself too.
Hold on.
So,
Y'all heard what he said though? I had to stop him right there. He knows himself. Most of us don't know us. We're worried about other people. We don't get to know us.
facts.
I can't be the best Zay to Jay and Jay unless I know me. You understand? I got to get to know myself. I got to get in good relations with myself. For real. Go ahead.
I like to see people smile. I don't like to see people down, bro. So I try my hardest, and it's natural, bro. It's not a thing that's good.
I was gonna say that because I was gonna ask you, man. Like, you one of the most charismatic people I've ever met.
Thanks. Appreciate
So
it.
that light switch mentality, do you think it comes with the fact that so many people gravitate towards you? Because like the first time I seen you put on a workout,
Yeah.
man, people gravitate
Oh
towards
yeah.
you.
Facts,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like, no matter what they going through, you dealing with different
Big time.
personalities at all times, but they gravitate towards you. Do you think it's like a responsibility
Wow.
as to why you have to develop
It's
that light switch?
definitely a responsibility, bro. But man, like what I like about, and I specifically talk about Butler's extreme training. You got to mix different breed of personalities, man. So when I walk in here, I come the way I come. Zay might be the way he is. I kind of balance all the trainers out here, though. You know what I mean? Because my dog, he real strict on his workouts, but he still know how to have a good time. Then you might have somebody else that may be more laid back. So I kind of just like to bring the best out of everybody, bro. What that does when I do that is make me a better person, though.
Wow.
Like I'm able to, like that's my therapeutic moment. That's just to walk into a place and light up the room.
That's right. All right.
Unapologetically, it's not intentional, it's just what I do. If you rock with me, give me 100 right now. If you're online, give me 100 right now. Give me 100.
Right
Give me
now.
100. You're a hater, you ain't gotta do that, but I love you still. I love you still.
Right. All right, cool. Okay. You've been an educator for a certain amount of years now, a good amount of years. What drives you every day to you're another person that I watch And understand is, yeah, we friends, but I thrive off these guys. You know what I'm saying? You have to thrive off your friends. I watch what they do daily. So I want to ask you, what drives you to go in there every day and be that light to these kids?
I think what it is, man, give those kids what I feel we had that they're missing. You know, we talk about this generation a lot, right? And
Right.
I'm pretty sure when we were younger, they talked about us.
Right.
But when we were younger, coming up in the mud,
Mm-hmm.
you had that older figure, man. You had that dude or whoever it was in your neighborhood around you who, hey, that's not for you.
Right.
It's something better. If you do this, this is what's gonna happen.
Right.
Trust me, I know. I've seen that you know, that leadership.
Right.
I feel like we had that, man, and it's some good ones out there, but I feel like, man, this generation, I feel like it's our fault. We leaving them out.
Yeah.
We not
Wow.
leading these kids, man.
You're right.
Wow.
We talk about them, but who leading them?
We definitely talk
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
we talk about them all day.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You heard what he just said. We talk about it. But one thing Andre 3000 said one day. If I'm gonna talk about you, if I'm gonna talk about what you're doing as a negative, I should have a solution
Yeah.
Facts.
to your negative talking. You understand? But most of us, we're talking, but we never have a solution, and that's a problem. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, so, you know, that's my thing with education, man. You know, we battling social media. Social media is eating. I'm not gonna say kids. Social media is eating a lot of folks alive.
Right. Us too.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Man.
watching somebody else's highlights. 'Cause that's what it is. It's highlights of someone's life.
Right.
But we thinking that's how they live every day.
Right.
So we trying to replicate that, man. We got students I see every day trying to replicate that.
Hold on. I got to stop you, man. You talking some talk right now. Listen, did you hear what this man just said? He said we're watching people's highlights of their lives
Right.
on social media. Most of social media is highlights of people's lives.
And we all play ball, right?
Right.
You ever saw somebody highlight film?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
want to give some, you like, man, come on, man.
Right. And it ain't panned out what it
was.
from what I seen.
That's good.
And like these are the things we're doing daily, and we're feeding our system with people's highlights of their lives. You understand? But at the same time, we're not understanding these people have struggles just like us. You understand? Go ahead, Coach.
But yeah, I mean that's why I do what I do, you know. And it took a while. I was uncomfortable for like 3 years because you have to truly look at, like I told you, look at these kids and like, man, they look up to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Words that I speak to these kids, they take it here.
Right.
So now that I feel like I'm kind of understanding my purpose in this whole thing, you know, that's for me, leadership.
Hold on, Coach, one more time. Boy, you preaching, preaching in this book.
Understanding that purpose, baby.
Coach, listen. That man said he understands his purpose. So he's capitalized on his so-called job. Now it ain't really a job.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because he found his purpose in this. You understand? This is what he's supposed to be doing. You understand? Once you find purpose in a certain area of your life, in something you're doing, occupation, whatever you call it,
Shit don't even feel like a job.
it don't feel like a job no more, man.
Yeah.
Now you can wake up at any time for this, man. Go ahead, Coach.
I mean that's my spiel, you know. The youth, man, that's my thing, man. Just looking out for them, and the more I interact with my students, for me, it better prepares me for my 2 kids, you know, my family at home.
There you go.
Right.
My daughter who's 11,
Right.
son 6 years old, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mistakes. What mistakes can't repeat the same mistakes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Gotta be better. Next generation gotta be better than the next. Like that's
Gotta be better.
where I'm at right now.
I can attest to that right
Right. Now,
And
Coach, I got My next question for you. Not next question. Let's clap it up real quick.
We got a lot of guests in here too.
So check it out. This is the biggest thing. My boy is a new father.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Clap that up again.
Shout out to my little ones, Jason.
Not just a father of one, a father of two.
Yeah, I got twins.
Special twins, man.
Yeah, man.
And guess what? They say when you have twins, Coach, I looked this up, man. It's different from just having regular, reproducing.
Okay.
Is different from regular reproduction.
Okay.
When you have twins, it's sort of a divine. Every kid is a divine happening, but twins are a double divine happening. You know what I mean? It's a double blessing. Talk to us about how does it feel to be a new father?
Man, I absolutely love it, man. No, like for real though. And I waited a long time before I even had them. I told myself if I don't have them by the age of 35, I'm telling my age. But I don't have them by the time I get to mid-30s, then I don't really care. And it just happened at the right time. Shout out to the mother of my kid, Tatiana. You know, I give you a major shout out. She's a wonderful mother to my children. Makes the job easy. I ain't gonna hold it. And I said job.
Shout out, Ty.
Yeah, and makes the job. It's a tough job, man. Makes me a better man though, man. And like and one thing I just heard my brother Jay said, man, I get opportunity to go in the world, come in these hubs, come in the gyms, whatever the case may be. I get to take that back to my little one, to the blueprint, and I can reconstruct my whole blueprint.
Yep.
Right.
This direction, that direction. And I got some amazing kids, man. They were preemie. I give a quick spiel. They were preemie, came out born 22, 23 weeks in the NICU for 6 months. I was actually with you when they were born. I had to leave that night, Super Bowl.
Right.
So we rolling up on another Super Bowl. Super Bowl night, I had to leave.
Crazy.
I'm watching the game. I'm like, bro, I gotta go. It came mad early, man.
So they born on Super Bowl.
They were born
Sunday?
on the Super Bowl Sunday.
Wow.
All right, little man, give me something now. Give me something, little man. Born on the Super Bowl, baby.
That's a big highlight, man.
But man, long story short, man, they went in the NICU for 6 months, back and forth to Emory Midtown every day.
Yeah.
I expressed that to Jay too at our brother Sam wedding. Yeah. Shout out Sam.
Shout out Sam.
My dog Sam.
Yeah, I was like, man, and Jay was like, man, my son, I believe your son or one of them, you'll be all right, man. They gonna be. And so, man, just those words were good. But they're home. Their birthday is coming up in February. They'll be 2 now. They're healthy. So shout out to my kids, man. Shout out to my little ones.
Yeah, man.
Hey, can I say something about Jay too, man, real quick? Since he gave me flowers. I remember the day when Jay was like, bro, I gotta leave where I'm at. I gotta leave my job. I'm about to go teach, man. This show is therapeutic, but it's full circle.
Right.
I remember that day, and just to know that you still holding that down, bro. Salute to you, bro.
For those who don't know, my boy Jay worked as an officer, you understand, in law enforcement before he went to the school system. His purpose, his passion.
Yeah, for sure.
You understand? Coach, talk a little bit about that.
That transition too.
So I was detention officer for DeKalb County at the time, man, and it was a job out of necessity, you know what I'm saying? They were paying more money at the time, right? But what I got to interact with, man, was a lot of teenagers. A lot of teenagers, and you know, coming in and out that system, you know, just having conversations with them, you know, about what's happening, what's going on, because, you know, I always want to look out for the youth, and, you know, just listening to their stories, man, I'm just like, it got to be a better way for me to reach these guys, man.
Right.
I was told, I ain't gonna, you know, supervisors within the jail, man, I was told one time, we not here to make friends or mentors with the inmates, you know, we here, keep them alive, get them to court, and it's just like,
Wow.
it wasn't for me, it wasn't for me, so my thing was I left there, and well, in between there, man, I started working in human resource and payroll, but that's when the transition came. My dog, he actually hooked me up with a job. You know, you got me in the building, man. You made the connections, and I said, this is what I'm gonna do.
Guess what? They needed a better me.
Yeah, that's
But I was leaving.
It was in and out, though. It was in and out.
They needed a better me. I know they needed me, and I know I had to do this over here.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Thinking about that.
Yeah, man. But that time I got to spend with those guys, man. I mean, you talking about guys who catching 20 years,
Yeah.
30 years, life sentence. But we always had that rapport, man. You know, everything was out of respect. To get respect, you always had to give respect. That's what I preached in there, man.
Right.
And man, the stuff they share with me, man, again, even though they made their mistakes, I know what to take from them. And for the students that I see every day now, I can share those stories. That's why they gravitate to me. I can share those stories with the kids that I run into every day, man.
Right.
And you know, I kind of share with them the things that I've seen, and basically, man, the agenda this country got for you.
Right.
That's the biggest thing I tell them. I said, man, y'all don't take this thing called education seriously. For every test you fail, every suspension you get, man, you got billionaires building jail cells for you.
Hold on.
Man.
Y'all hear that, man?
Old pipeline for
Do y'all hear that? All you parents, all these parents who watching, listen. Please listen to what these guys saying, because they dropping major gems to help you as a parent to pursue your motherhood or your fatherhood with your kids. Understand? Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, that's what I say, man. That pipeline, like we get up in arms for individuals like MJ for what I don't know if it's true or not, but investing in private prison and stuff like that. But come on, man, the way we going now is a steady supply. Why not? Why not capitalize?
Why not capitalize?
We got a steady supply, so that's my thing, man. Taking what I learned from everywhere I've been, letting these kids know, like, I know and I've seen what's gonna happen if you go that route.
Right.
So,
Dope. Fight.
Man, listen.
Fight.
The gems these guys are dropping, man. I hope y'all listening. I hope y'all paying attention, because understand, yeah, these are not the guys. We're not the guys that's on your televisions every day. We're not the guys that are, you know, being paid the super $1 million. But guess what? We're the guys that are helping your kids in the community. We're the guys that are helping you get to where you need to be as an individual in life. We're the guys that are helping you find your purpose. Listen to what I'm saying. Find your purpose. What people don't understand is your purpose is why you're here. You understand? You're only here for your purpose. You're only here to do what you were put here to do. You understand? And it's a thing of you have to find that. You understand? That's the thing. A lot of people, we take it for granted, but a lot of people don't find what they're here for before they die. You understand? Like, and that's like, I believe in finding why you're here, the reason why you're here. God gives you an opportunity to find why you're here. He puts the signs in front of you. Find your purpose. And that's what he's saying to you. Don't keep praying to me. Find your purpose. I've given you the ability to. But a lot of us get deterred from what we're actually supposed to be doing. You understand? From things like what we just said, social media. Social media is running the world right now.
Facts.
Everybody lives off social media.
Facts.
We're living off these, women are living off these women that are rapping to them. Men are living off these men that are rapping to them.
Facts.
R&B is dead, and we're just going in that manner. And I just look at it and I feel like it's sad, you know what I mean? But I feel like it challenges me to try to deter as many people from that as I can. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's another reason why we're put here. That's another reason why we do what we do, to try to deter the average individual from being average and becoming great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what time did it go? 12:45. Okay, but I'm gonna say this: these guys right here, man, from the beginning, going back to the story, from the beginning. The reason why I wanted to open the gym because I know we had to help a more volume of people. Yeah, it was cool being in the school board. I had to help, had to be a light to them and to get whatever out of that. But I opened the gym, so it's just, it was the first avenue to us getting to what we're actually the volume of what we're gonna actually touch. You know what I mean? And I want you fellas to just understand, and I'm pretty sure like, we ain't touched close to what we gonna touch yet.
No, not at all, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
especially when you see, like you said, you have the spot.
right.
But you're not sharing with them, man. 8 years ago when I met you, this man was at a park.
At the parks.
Right.
Rain, sleet, or snow. It could be one person, it could be 20.
Right.
Every day, every weekend, that same energy.
Same.
I watched this man train one person, but gave that same energy
As it was
as if it
before.
was 20.
Yeah, my dog do that for sure.
So this didn't come
Sure.
out of nowhere.
Right.
You had to work at it, like you said, driving past this facility every day.
Right, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's what gave me the wording of got it out the mud. Like,
Explain that. I mean, I know what it is.
right. Just looking back on when we first started this, like, it's the ultimate story of getting it out of the mud. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, what has to be done, the groundwork that has to be done for you to witness a little success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and to call it yours.
Yeah.
To call it ours. You feel what I'm saying? Like, most people don't understand, like, how I gotta agree to disagree with you.
Yeah.
I gotta agree to disagree with you. And understand what I just said. Agree, but the word disagree was in there. Most people don't know how to disagree and keep going. You understand? Most people in this world, just from my opinion and what I've seen, once they disagree, they part ways.
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean me and this guy seeing eye to eye on every idea. No. That doesn't mean me and him seeing eye to eye on every idea. No, not at all. But at the same time, we have enough mutual respect for each other
There you go.
to figure it out.
There you go.
And
There you
to
go.
keep going.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There
And
you go.
those are the only people I keep around me. Because first I gotta bring that energy first. For him to know that whatever we agree on and whatever we disagree on, guess what? I'm still your brother.
There you go.
I'm still your brother.
There you go. Man,
At
the world,
end of the day.
the world would be so much better if people could see
Right.
things that way.
Me and my brother Bert was just here.
Yeah.
Me and him had this conversation. Bro, I don't agree with everything you do. Bro, you don't agree with everything I do. But guess what? I still love you to
Still
death.
love you to death. Ain't gonna
My
ride.
brother.
Ain't gonna ride.
They're gonna be
You
there.
feel me?
Still gonna
Because
be
guess
there.
what? Your name is Bert Darius. My name is Xavier. We are two different people. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between us. Just because we brothers don't mean there's not a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the common denominator is we have one common goal.
There you go.
And we working towards that. You feel what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't get that. I'm not even saying I think, I know, because I've seen it. A lot of people don't get that. So a lot of people got to understand, like, the lack of their success is because they don't know how to agree to disagree. You understand? That's big. People like mop over them words, but no, your whole life gonna be agreeing to disagree. All your success gonna predicate on you agreeing to disagree and knowing how to come back together and go forward again. We might have went east and west, but guess what? It's all about going north and south. And we're not going south, we're going north. You feel what I'm saying?
Love it.
So
Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it.
just to keep going,
Absolutely love it.
these guys, like, I'm very deep, I'm very picky with people around me. You understand? At this point in my life, I'm 43 years old. I don't have time to chop it up and stay around people that are in a negative state.
Right.
You understand? If I can't help them get to a positive state, guess what? I'm gonna probably move on.
Respect it.
And you know what I'm saying? Notice what I said. If I can't help you, or you can't help me, there's no need for us to even exist. You feel what I'm saying? So I say that to say, these are two guys that when I first met them, they stuck like glue. You know what I mean? And it's hard to find people like that. Don't think, oh, it was just easy. Just because I come with this energy, I'm going to find, no. It's luck. You know what I'm saying? But if you keep your energy in that direction, you may find luck. You may. So at all times, you got to keep your energy towards that direction. And I just want to say to y'all, bro, like, I'm so thankful that I found y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That the universe, God, put y'all boys in my life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean that with the utmost respect and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to find guys like y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can call you at a drop of a dime. I know you're gonna be there. I can call you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got nothing going on, guess what? You gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You understand? They gonna be there every time I call them, bro. You know what I mean? And we know family comes first. These guys have families. These guys have things they do, man. But guess what? They found a little bit of time to come kick it with me.
Yeah.
And then guess what? That lady taught me not to take that lightly. You feel what I'm saying? And she always preached that to me, bro. Y'all knew her.
Yeah,
Y'all knew her very well.
Yeah. Hey, man, beautiful.
Inside and out.
And it's just, you know, I'm not gonna get too far from what she taught. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are what she taught.
And like I said, what you said about friendship, man, I think the three of us, the way it sticks, because that mentality also, man, we feed off each other. Like, we challenge each other too.
Right.
Like, don't get it twisted. You know, we competitive as can be. And that's what I like about these two, man, because I got a competitive spirit like no other.
Right.
You tell me I can't do it, I gotta find a way. I gotta find a way.
Oh, for real.
Man, I play, Justin, you gonna join us tomorrow too, but me and this guy try to play ball every Sunday. Every Sunday. And it started out playing ball, but it's so much more than that now. On the ride there, the ride back, man, we talking business, we talking family, we talking finances. Everything, man. So it's a moment in time every Sunday where you just check in with the ones that you fool with and kind of calibrate where we are and where we want to be.
Right.
But when it comes to competitiveness, man, folks don't know. I think a couple weeks ago, played ball. This is supposed to be for fun.
Right.
I think we played about 3 games and lost every game.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Man, you would have thought we lost the championship, man. I'm talking about, I'm at home, I'm working out, stretching. Yeah, y'all ain't never and think about it. For those of you who know this, man, you never really seen me in this gym, man.
Right.
I'm calling, hey, I'm getting what you up to. Man, push up, like, we training, man, and the next Sunday, what, 5 in a row.
5 in a row?
After that, 4 in a row.
I got 5 in a row?
We hate to lose, bro.
I got 5 in a row, then.
Bro, losing.
Oh, no.
Like, we took it seriously. Like, that ride home after that day, it was quiet in the car.
Right.
You would have thought we lost scholarship, everything. Just like, I can't believe it. And we talking about 9 to 5 folks playing ball, but it's just that competitive spirit, man. When you have someone like that around.
This guy athlete too. Don't get this teaching stuff confused now. I know we've been talking a lot of teaching.
Oh, no, I tell everybody.
I know we skipped the dude is an athlete.
Great athlete.
Great athlete.
Oh, let me give y'all this story. Not a story, I'm gonna just let y'all know. Jay, we found out once we met each other that we played against each other
Yeah.
In college.
in college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bethune-Cookman, North Carolina A&T.
A&T, shout out.
And A&T was like a rival to us. You understand? Like, I knew of him, but I didn't know this was him. You understand? Like, we played against each other. Blood, sweat, and tears against each other. And A&T is like a hate team to us.
Especially after that
You feel me?
championship, you already know which one that
Right. But I just want to drop that on y'all, man. Okay. Go ahead, go.
I know we got to get ready to close out. I met Jay Tuesday. Every time we're together, feel like we just three brothers, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Every time,
And he met guys through me, but man, I love my guys, bro. That's what I'm gonna say. I love the loyalty, I love the respect, I love the camaraderie, I love the energy, the big energy that we got, bro.
Ultimate.
The ultimate.
Energy.
So you guys out there, man, loyalty, energy, respect, bro. Humbleness, man. Show love, man. And y'all need to like. I don't know if you can like and share this, but a lot of gyms been sharing it. I even learned some stuff today. So share this stuff, man, out to you people, man. And shout out to I see my boy Dad say y'all follow what is it, Lil Nate?
Yeah, Lil Nate _
Lil Nate _ This is one of the guys that we have impacted in the community, and my guy, man, like he's here. He's bringing more people to the gyms, health and wellness, the whole nine. That's what we need to bring. Make sure you like and share this stuff, man, for real.
We got time for like one question.
One question.
Ain't none?
I asked,
What you got?
What's your question?
what made y'all want to become educators? Because y'all was athletes, so what
We
made
all
y'all want to become
educators too, by
athletes?
the
Yeah,
way.
all three of y'all are educators, so.
You tell me.
Boy, you get that, Jay.
Man, again, I think it was my ticket in to try to change. I ain't even gonna say the community, man, because one person could change the world, man. It was my ticket in to affect the person that may change the world, you know. And again, motivation, my family.
Right.
A big part of me becoming a teacher also, man, and it's like it's a selfish part of me, but I was working a job where I felt I wasn't seeing my kids enough.
You did say that.
Yeah, I like,
Yeah.
man, driving up to Alpharetta, Alpharetta, coming back at home 7 p.m. I wasn't seeing my kids enough, and teaching is one job where I know for sure I'm gonna have 2 months of uninterrupted free time with my kids, at least a year.
Right.
And shout out to my wife, Penny, man.
Shout out Penny, what up?
Shout out Penny, baby.
She has made it to where our summers are now nothing but experiences. Like we going somewhere. I know during the summer I'm somewhere with the kids because we just trying to give our kids what we didn't have or what we couldn't get. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing against our parents, but it just didn't happen.
Right.
So now I'm here, man. My kids want to travel, go. That's what we do now.
That's what they do.
Right.
Yep.
Go ahead, Cole.
Hey, quick shout out, man. Listen, shout out to everybody that train with me. If you're interested in training, I do train early mornings, 5 a.m. If you know somebody, make sure they hit me up. You can follow me also, JTT, Juston the Trainer. I've never been a big social media guy. This guy got me into it with JTT, Juston the Trainer. Also, the merch coming out, always working. Got these shirts, I hate my trainer. I can put your trainer up there, it don't matter. But always working, apparel coming soon. And last but not least, I do got my show coming out end of March called Talk Your Fit. I'll be going around. Of course, my dog Zay gonna be a guest. Talk Your Fit. I'm coming to gyms, I'm coming to facilities, I'm coming to trainers, so they can talk, they
I
can
heard
fit.
that. Talk your fit.
And
Coming
you
in
know,
March.
and if you take the fit out, you know what that should have been. Talk Your.
Yeah.
But
Big
we
time.
saying Talk Your Fit is going down. Shout out Lil Nate coming back. Shout out Deuce. Shout out Zed. Shout out everybody. Shout out my city, man. Shout out South Carolina too, bro. Hey, free my dog Hammer.
We got one more question. Meat said, y'all gonna watch his games.
Oh,
No.
yeah, we coming.
No. Meek, we coming, dog.
We coming to the game.
Shout out Meek. That was the first guest on the podcast.
Yeah,
free
by the way.
my dog Hammer, dog. Free my dog Hammer, always shout that out, man.
Boy, Hammer, man. Hey, I'll tell y'all about that later,
We'll
man.
get to that.
Free my
And
dog Hammer, man.
And dog, you gotta, on your own podcast, you gotta be a guest in your own podcast. Let us come interview you, dog.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hands in, hands in.
So, hold on, before I go, I gotta be that leader for him. Hey,
Stand up.
LJ, man, LJ Johnson, For the Hood Clothing, man. Hey, good dude. ForTheHoodClothing.com. Look him up, man.
LJ, let me get one of them, dog. I got you.
Entrepreneur, man.
For the hood,
For the Hood,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
for the hoodclothing.com.
LJ, I got you. Let me get one of them.
I'll have you share his link and everything, man.
All right. Hey, hands in, man. Listen, we want to end every podcast with, man, got it out the mud on 3, got it out the mud on me. 1, 2, 3.
Got it out the mud. You
I
did.
appreciate y'all, boy.
Appreciate you, my guy Jake. And Zay.